everyone, welcome to Quick Tips with Bria. So today we're going to be learning about flexing. I recently did a poll on my story and it looks like flexing won, so that's what we're going to be talking about today. If you enjoyed this video, please comment down below saying that you did, because I'm thinking about doing a series of little training snippets and little tips and ideas. So please comment down below and tell me if you liked this or not, and I'll decide whether to do it in the future. So let's get started. In this video, I'm going to talk about the basics of flexing and why it is important to horse training. I'm actually really glad this one won because flexing is so important when it comes to horse training. So we're first going to use Pocket. He is up for adoption. He is a 2-year-old Mustang, and I also used him for the How to Get Your Horse to Crave You video. So first I'm going to start with desensitizing. I'm going to make sure he's good with the rope because I usually swing it around his butt so that I can get it out of the way so I can flex him. So I'm going to go back towards his flank and kind of put my arm over, and see here, this is what we want. See him anticipating. He's anticipating me asking him to flex, which is actually good because that means he's very soft. So I'm just going to ask him to flex, and when he gives, I'm going to release that pressure. Like in my other video, horses learn from pressure and release of pressure. So I'm going to apply pressure, and then once he gives, I'm going to release the pressure. And then that teaches him that if he gives, boop, if he gives, I release that pressure. There is also another stage to the flexing where I flex them off the other side, and this helps prepare them for under saddle flexing, which I'll do on Martini. Pocket is not old enough to be ridden yet, so we won't be riding him, but I'll show you on Martini. So see here, I'm asking him to flex off the other side and releasing that pressure. So this really gets them soft. Soft is when they respond to that pressure really nicely. They give. They're not fighting. They're not pulling against it. They're giving. Now, Pocket is still working on the flexing, but Martini is finished. So I'll show you the finished product with Martini. Pocket needs to respond a little bit faster to that halter pressure. Look how fast he's giving to that pressure. So I'm only going to use a little finger. I'm only using my pinky and asking him very gently, and he's responding super well. Here I am flexing under saddle, even though it's not really under saddle, I'm bareback, but I wanted to demonstrate flexing and giving to that halter pressure under saddle. So this gets your horse soft. It prevents him from fighting the bit or fighting the hackamore. So when you ask him to do something, he's not fighting you. There's also something called the emergency one-rein stop, which I'll teach in one of my future tutorial videos, and it includes flexing and it prevents any accidents from happening. So if your horse gets scared at something and you do this emergency stop, then you will be safe. I also flex on the first ride, so when their head is bent around here, they can't bolt, they can't buck, they can't do anything too silly. So I make sure to keep their head bent when I'm riding them for the first time. Flexing is really, really important in horse training because it gets your horse soft and supple. It gets your horse responding. When you ask them to turn with the reins or to do anything, they are more likely to actually do what you ask if you do flexing. A lot of people really don't think flexing is very important, but it is. It is so important to get your horse flexing around and responding to you. Also, flexing can be used to get your horse's attention back on you. So let's say your horse was scared of something or looking at something else or distracted. A lot of the time you can flex them around and keep them occupied and thinking and listening to you. Thank you for listening, and if you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment or DM me if you find this on Instagram. Thanks for listening. Quick tips with Bria 𝐂𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿, Flexing 101.